So we've been living with this TV for the past couple of months now, and I just wanted to give a brief, I can go through some of the settings on this TV, but I just wanted to give a brief review of how we've been enjoying it, to be honest. When you're buying a TV of this size, there's probably people out there who want to make the right decision, and then there's people out there who would just be too excited to own a TV this big, and that would be the overriding factor. They wouldn't care about the quality too much. I don't think you have to worry too much with this TV. You're not going to be getting the best quality in the world. You know, this isn't OLED quality. It's not possibly even Samsung QLED quality. But you're going for the size more than anything when you buy a TV like this. And you do get that wow factor. I think people seem to forget when you go to the cinema and you sit in any screen, you never look at the screen thinking, are they the blackest blacks? You know, is there any areas of the screen that look a little bit washed out? You're going for the sheer size of the cinema, and obviously the sound in the cinema is amazing as well. But they're the key factors. Now, the sound on this TV is fine. As TV speakers go, it's not that bad. But if you're after the whole movie experience, I think most people will be buying a separate soundbar, and I'm using our Samsung soundbar that we used with the last TV. So that makes it a really good experience. I know I'm saying about the quality of an OLED compared to this, but I'm never looking at the screen thinking, you know, any of the screen looks washed out, or that, you know, the blacks aren't black enough. I think the quality of the input that you're watching can be a key factor. So when I watch an old program like Only Fools and Horses, obviously the quality that's going to be worse. So I'll have a quick look at the settings for you. We've got all your usual things. Cancel that. No, confirm. We've got all your usual things. Your Dolby Visions and Dolby Atmos. All them things there. Different picture modes. There is some smoothing turned on somewhere. I think I've turned it off. Motion. Ultra smooth motion. That is turned on by default, as I remember. But pretty easy to go through the settings. The settings on this, to be honest, are no different than any other TV. You're going to go in, change a few settings, get it to your liking, and that's it. You'll probably never touch them again. The thing I've got the biggest issue with is the VIDA. I just can't stand this. It's just, I don't want the live TV. I don't want advertisements for what's on other channels. I just don't need it. I don't need suggestions. I mean, look at all this going down. I don't need it all. I don't think anybody wants all that. Ideally, what I wanted was just my apps at the top. As you can see, I did sort them into some order. Now, the first problem I had was when I first bought the TV, I used Plex quite a lot, and it wasn't loading up the movie artwork. There was no movie artwork at all, and it didn't seem to be running very well. It must have updated because the movie artwork is now there, but Discovery Plus I needed for sports, the TNT Sports, and Discovery Plus isn't an app that you can get on here. So straight away I had to plug the Fire Stick in to get sports on. And just the overall experience, I mean, you've got a few dedicated buttons on the remote. I'll try and put this in front now. So you've got your YouTube at the top, freely, I'll never press that in my life. Prime, VIDA channels, Netflix and Disney are all there. So it's good to have those buttons. The remote is backlit, but if I press any of these buttons, you can barely tell that it's backlit. I'll try and hold it closer so you can see. You can just about see them come on. Ideally, it needs to be a lot brighter than that to be backlit. It is the remote with the solar panel, so it charges via USB-C, and then you can keep it topped up with the little solar panel on. That's horrible as well, to be honest. I'd rather that just wasn't there, because every time I pick it up, I keep thinking that's a screen, or I did when we first got it, and I would hold it that way because it was natural to think that was a screen. So that was annoying. But we've since changed over completely to Apple TV. I would highly suggest getting one of these. Apple TV 4K. I don't see this VIDA setup at all anymore, because every time we turn the TV on, Apple 4K just comes on, and as you can see, it is a much nicer experience. All I see is the apps that I use, and that's it. So every time I use this remote now, all the time, I just turn the TV on with the Apple power button, and it'll come straight on this. The only time I need the Vida remote is when I want to switch over to Xbox, and I do need to press the input button on here to change over to Xbox. Now, go into Xbox. I'll just turn this down. So, there are I was supposed to turn that down, sorry. There are gaming features like the 144 Hertz. Without going into too many details on that, all I will say is the gaming experience is really good. Now, I don't know about competitive online gaming, what kind of experience you would have, but for just casual gaming, it's brilliant. I've been playing a bit of Call of Duty on this, and I do have a monitor upstairs which is high refresh rates and input lag, all the things you would want for it. It's a very good monitor I've got upstairs, but my experience has been that actually I'd rather sit down here with this. This isn't the best game to show off, but it's a classic. But yeah, it's just been really good. I honestly can't fault this TV. If you are looking at this TV and you can get it on a slightly better deal than what it's on right now, so I got it from somewhere else, and I'm just doing this review to give a bit of info. I actually ended up paying, well, it was $1,600 I paid for the TV, and we saved a bit with some cash back as well. Hopefully all this review makes it on. There's not much more I can say. I apologise if this already feels a bit long, but perfect. Brilliant TV. Go crazy.
Daddy finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Mommy finger, where are you? Here I am, how do you do? Brother finger, where are you?
Scotland, the most northerly nation in the British Isles, a land known for its stunning geography, mysterious ancient structures, and a rich mythological tradition that dates back thousands of years.
Scotland, by its very nature, is a land of mystery. It's a land of
Intimate connections are just as important as the great global ones.
Perfect, can't fault it.